Welcome back, friends. Today on the channel we have a tool for the professional trades. It's the Stiletto Mini 14 TI-BONE hammer. So it's all titanium, everything except for the faceplate, which is replaceable, so you can get a smooth face or you can get that waffle face design. I prefer the smooth face, and I'm going to show you a little bit later in the video how you take this apart and change it out. So let's get a closer look at this and then we're going to test it out. All right, I'm going to put my tool belt on. If you're looking for a good one, I've had this one for a long time. It's held up really well. This is what I would call the gold standard in the trades. It's by Occidental Leather. All right, so here it's the tool belt. I feel like whenever I put this on, I can get a lot accomplished. I just have everything I need right here. So I'll just show you when I was going in this pocket right here, I came across one of these anchors right here. So this is something that I've done a lot in my lifetime. These are anchor straps right here. I'll just show you how they spread out like that. Okay, we're going to demonstrate the hammer in a second, but first I just want to say a lot of people will ask me what my building experience is, and the majority of my career has been in the prefab home segment, that type of category. So the homes would come in modules, and then we would lift them with a crane or with some special rollers and beams, and we would be able to take a couple sections, up 2 to 4 sections in one day, and have it go from a carrier up on the foundation. So let me show you, this is the one thing that I did on every single project, every single home that we built, is put the sill plate on. So I don't have a foundation here, but let's see if I can rig this up and we can put some nails in it. All right, this isn't gonna be pretty, but start by hammering these. So I'll put a nail right there on the side. Maybe once I get it started, it'll be easier. And hammer that around. I'm pretty sure I have to put 3 per strap. I never had any inspector give me a problem with it. This size, the Mini 14, I think is perfect for siding, for framing, and for things like this. Works a lot faster when this is actually in concrete, but at least right here you can kind of see how the hammer performs. All right, so as you can see, these are approved nails. If you try to use a roofing nail, you could potentially get knocked down for it. All right, so a question I have, if you were to get a hammer like this, would you go with the smooth face or would you get the waffle face? So one thing I heard with the waffle face, that it can be really hard on your fingers. So I can recall several years ago when I was doing some siding on a job, it was like the hottest day of the summer. I think I drank like 1.5 gallons of water that day. I was just sweating it all out. And I recall like I hit my thumb a few times just trying to get that nail started, and I'm not sure what happened, but I didn't have a waffle design. I'm glad that I didn't, because that would have definitely tore my thumbnail up. So one thing I noticed when I talk to a lot of framers, they tend to like the waffle face design, but you know, a lot of them are using battery powered framing nailers now, so that kind of eliminates as much of a need to have that. So I think this is going to be the more all-purpose style right here. So right now we're starting to run out of daylight, so we're going to go in my shop and then we're going to take a closer look at this, and I'll show you how you can disassemble this part right here. All right, Leo, ready to go inside? Yep, the sun just set probably about 15 minutes ago. You see that? That is a 16 penny nail driven sideways into this 2x4. Check this out. There's a patented nail puller here on the side. So trying to take this out right here, with most hammers, you only have the claws in the back. And check this out. Trying to pull on that is next to impossible. I just heard the wood creak a little bit. But with the patented nail puller right here, watch how easy this is. Watch just one hand. pulled it right out with one hand. I would have never been able to get the leverage doing it this way right there. And just so you know, you're not gonna be able to reuse your nail again. So here's one of the most important points about a titanium hammer. First of all, it has 10 times the shock reduction of a steel hammer, something like this, where it's steel all the way through. If you swing this all day long, you're gonna get those pains in your elbows. And I know people that are in the trades, and they said when they switched to a titanium hammer with 10 times the shock reduction, they notice it right away that their arms and elbows feel a lot better. And then the other thing is you're gonna get a lot more power with this because it's lightweight in nature. This 14-ounce head hammer right here has the power of a 24-ounce hammer. So that's very impressive. And as far as switching the face out, that's very easy. We'll get to that in a minute. And then there's a 1-year warranty on this. The grip itself is replaceable. You would have to send it in to them and have them finish it for you, factory install it, but that is something that's possible. You can see right here, it has a thumb divot right there. That's a nice grip to it. And just overall, I think it just really has, I like the balance of it, and I just really like the grip. All right, see that rare earth magnet? That goes in right there. So let's say you have to reach up high somewhere, and let's say you're trying to nail something, but you can't reach with your left hand and swing with your right hand. So you may be able to just tack that in by reaching up with your right hand. Once you tack it in, then you can just finish hammering it in. So here's how it works on a 2x4, and so on. So here's another cool feature. You might not be able to read it right down there, but it is made in the USA. It says it right underneath the stiletto right there. I think that's awesome. All right, so if you get a new stiletto hammer, let me show you what comes with it. First of all, a cool sticker. Okay, so they're thanking you for their purchase. They're talking a little bit about the hammer. They say that it delivers 10 times less recoil vibration than a steel hammer, yet it drives nails like a heavier hammer with less effort, fatigue, and pain. And then it says users and bystanders always wear safety goggles. And then in this bag, when you take the bolt out, there is some blue Loctite in there, and then the instructions telling you how to do it. And then there's a sticker on here. This is going to come off, and it says to make sure that you check the tension on that bolt regularly and not to strike anything if this has loosened. So right now I have loosened it a little bit. It was definitely factory tight. I think I read somewhere in the instructions not to use a impact wrench on it. So that comes out there, and then this comes off like that. So this is what the replaceable faceplate looks like. So if you look on this side right here, there is a flat spot there, and then on the top of the hammer right there, there's a flat spot. So when you put that in there, it only allows for a little bit of rotation. This thing won't spin all the way around. So that was an improvement that they made. So there is a little bit of slack there just so you can line that groove up right there and just get it right on the money. So after you put the blue thread locker on there, then you just go through and tighten this down. So as I mentioned, anytime you want to switch this out with that different milled design or smooth, you can do that. Trick is when you tighten it down, that's going to want to move a little bit right there. All right, so I have the Wilton vise right here, and I have these rubber jaw liners right here. These are really awesome. So I ended up just snugging this down in there, holding it tight, and then tightening it down. That's how I was able to tighten that bolt and keep that perfectly straight right there. All right, so if you want to know more about these stiletto hammers, I will have a link to their website, and also if you want to price one out, see the current price, I'll have a link to the Home Depot as well where you can pick one of these up. If you go into a Home Depot store, you won't see this on their shelves, but you will find this on their website. And a lot of times I've been able to get something shipped to me like the very next day right to my door, which is very nice. All right, so I hope this video has been helpful for you. If I left something out, leave a question down below. I'll be happy to answer. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so because I have more videos coming out soon.